All right. Injury report, Chris Culliver did not participate. He'll be out. D. Hall will be out. Limited was Jason Hatcher. He's questionable. Deshaun Jackson did not participate. He's out. Corey did not participate. He's out. Lichtensteiger. Limited was Keenan Robinson. He's questionable. I'm sorry, he was full today. He's questionable. Did not participate was Chris Thompson. He's doubtful. Stephen Paya was limited. He's questionable. Jordan Reed was limited. He's questionable. Trent Williams was limited. He's questionable. Probable and full were Brashard Breeland, Matt Jones, Ty Nseki, Andre Roberts, and Trenton Robinson. We're all full today and probable. As far as Jordan and Trent are concerned, Jordan has seen the independent doctor. We're waiting on the written confirmation. Trent's going today, this afternoon, and we'll wait and see. Both of them have had no setbacks whatsoever, but they still have to get cleared and have no symptoms leading up into the game. That's why they're questionable.
So Trent has not officially.
He's going today to see the doctor, the independent doctor.
But Jordan is one step.
Yes. Yes. But still, they still have to, make sure they maintain symptom-free before game day.
Okay. With Thompson, obviously missed practice all week. Is he a situation where even if he gets cleared medically, you still might be hesitant to put him out there because of the lack of practice time this week?
That wouldn't be as much as my concern as how he's feeling. His back has still got some swelling to it, and that's a concern. He's a tough kid, man. To finish that game like he did last week against the Jets shows what kind of toughness that he has. But I don't know if I want to put him in a situation with that much pain. He's already undersized as it is, and that's a tough position to play. But if it does go down considerably and he feels like he can go, we'd have to think about it. It wouldn't be an issue from a mental standpoint. He's been out there at all the practice and all the meetings, and he's a very, very bright kid. The issue is his back, obviously.
He's really given you guys a spark these last several weeks. How much of a loss would it be, and how do you compensate for not having not only the speed but the pass-catching ability as well that he gives you?
Yeah, it's a tough one because he does create, when Jordan was out, he creates one of the mismatches you have against linebackers, and he's done an excellent job both in pass protection and routes. And then when he does get the ball, he's made some nice plays out of the backfield. So it's an unfortunate deal, but we'll just have to make do. Hopefully Matt Jones can get back to full strength, and we'll still have Alfred. DY can always play third down back if need be, and we'll go from there.
Talk about the play of Will Blackman, if you could. I mean, with your top two guys out, it's probably great to have him on the streets and just pick him up, and he's playing a pretty high level.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a professional. He's a pro, and came in here and picked up the system effortlessly, mentally, and that's half the battle. You can get a veteran guy off the streets is one thing, but to have a guy that's as bright as he is and to pick up the system is very, very important. And then the experience factor of covering big-time receivers and having done it and been a part of big games has helped him, and he's helped our defense, and will continue to do so in whatever role we put him in. Once we get all our defensive backs back, he'll still be a major player, whether it's dime, whether it's nickel, the third corner, whatever it might be. But right now he's playing pretty well at corner.
Just to circle back and finish up on the running backs, you still considering bringing up one of your practice squad guys tomorrow potentially? Potentially,
yeah, we're considering it, but if not, we still have three able running backs with Matt, Alfred, and obviously DY.
And then on the defensive side, gap integrity, things like that, assignment discipline has been an issue the past couple of weeks. If that continues, say, into the first half this week, could we see some of the guys that we haven't seen as much of, Will Compton, say, inside, or maybe a Jackson Jeffcoat outside, some of those guys that we haven't seen as much of if the problems persist?
Yeah, you could. I think Jackson, we'd like to get him some more rushes as far as the pass rusher is concerned. Will Compton obviously played well in Perry's absence, but Perry has not been the issue. I don't think you pin it on one guy, but we do have a team full of players, and we have to utilize them all properly. And if somebody's not getting the job done, then you may look to make a change. But I feel very good about the guys playing. I think they'll get in their gaps. I think they'll play well. We just had a couple good running teams we played against the last 2 weeks, and we got out of a couple gaps, but we had a lot of good plays and stopped the run, I think, 33 times for 77 yards. It's just 4 of the carries the Jets got were for almost 100. So if we can limit the big plays, I think we'll be okay.
You talked about the importance of the game right after last Sunday's game. How do you think the team has responded to that talk this week? Do you think they're ready to roll?
I think they understand it. I think all game. I've tried to make every game important. You know, it doesn't seem like it come game day sometimes, but all games are important, obviously. But I just really stress the home games. I stress them all, but home games are very important to take advantage of our home crowd and play well at home, especially when you're 2-4 in last place in your division. You know, the clock's ticking, and we have to turn the season around. We can't get too far behind the guys in front of us. Otherwise, it'll be darn near impossible to catch them. So we still have high aspirations and big goals for this season. And in order to accomplish those things, we have to get a victory at home against Tampa Bay.
Jay, with Alfred, he got off to obviously a great start to the season against Miami. Since then, it's been a little bit of a rocky ship. Is there anything that you're seeing there that maybe he can do a little bit differently to kind of kickstart himself?
I think a lot of people can do a lot of things differently. We just have to play better. Everybody has to play better. Quarterback, running back, offensive line, tight ends. You know, I think it just is a matter of offense as a whole doing things a little bit better, holding ourselves to a higher standard, staying on blocks a little bit longer, quarterbacks being more patient. But I don't think there's anybody in that locker room that'll tell you that they're satisfied the way they're playing. And there's nobody in the coach's room that's going to say they're satisfied in the way they're coaching. Nobody's satisfied right now, and everybody has room for improvement. And that's our job as a staff to try to bring it out of everybody. And Alfred's working extremely hard. He always has, always will. And I think the more carries he gets, the better he'll be.
Jay, how difficult does it get when a player like Will Compton comes in for an injured player and plays as well as he does, and then that guy comes back? Do you feel like you're not wasting him on the bench, but is it a struggle to maybe try and work him back in?
Sometimes you feel that way, but when you have Perry Riley's a darn good linebacker, you know, and so is Keenan. They're playing very well, but you have a nice three-headed monster there, and Mason can fill in also. He's doing well out here in practice, so he's ready to go. So we have 4 inside linebackers that can play. You know, it's very similar to Trent and, you know, our outside linebackers and Jeff Coate and Preston, you know what I mean? We feel like they can play. It's just a matter of trying to keep them fresh, make sure the best guy is in there, and when the backups get their number called, they produce, like Will did. And then you make the decision tough. But I think Perry is playing at a level where he deserves to be the starter, and Will is right on his heels, but he understands his role and appreciative of it, and will continue to work. And he's done very well on special teams also.
Jay, there was a report today that Deshaun Jackson's Los Angeles home, there was a home invasion there earlier this week. Was he here today? Have you talked to him about the situation? Are there any concerns?
Yeah, he's here today, and obviously he's concerned, and you know, he's letting the law enforcement there take care of it. But obviously some things happened at his house, and he's concerned as every homeowner would be. And he'll get the bottom of it, as will the police, and we'll go from there. No, we're just concerned about Deshaun and you know, and making sure that everything's all right in his house.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Coach.
All right.